Let's learn about intervals, shall we? Intervals. Hello, Alex here for step-by-stepmusic.com, and I want to welcome you to this 6-part lesson series, Intervals in Music. This video is an introduction to the entire course, so if you want to get started learning right away, I'll put the playlist right there for you. Intervals are foundational to the way that we study music. There's 2 parts to learning intervals. There's the mechanical part, which is, what is this? Where did it come from? How do I deal with it? There's also the terminology side. Don't underestimate the terminology side of things. It can be more complicated than it feels like it needs to be sometimes. However, once you learn it and look back on it, you'll think, that wasn't so bad. The first 3 lessons in our series are going to deal with the basics: major, perfect, minor, augmented, and diminished intervals. In lesson 4, we're going to look at compound intervals, in other words, intervals that are larger than an octave. Lesson 5, we talk about spelling intervals, which sounds kind of strange, admittedly, but it deals with whether you are going to call a note one thing or another thing. For example, are you going to call this a C sharp? Are you going to call this a D flat? Depends on context. We're going to learn how to make the right choice there. And in lesson 6, we're going to talk about inversions, which completely turns things upside down. So full disclaimer, the terms I'll be teaching you over this course will be confusing. Not everything we're going to learn is going to make perfect sense right away, but it is rule-based and you can learn this. I'm going to ask you to trust me, to come along with me on this journey. Keep learning, keep going, go through the whole course, and you become a master of intervals in music. I want to talk about patterns for a second. The patterns shown in this series will be focused on bass and on guitar, on the fretboards. Stringed instruments are, by nature, pattern-based, so we think of them in patterns. I'll be showing you those patterns. Other instruments such as horns, woodwinds, keyboards, they're not so much pattern-based. The patterns don't look the same from chord to chord, from key to key. However, this course will instruct players on all instruments on how to think about intervals, how to learn them, how to name them. But I will be here with you to walk you through it every step of the way. So no matter what your instrument, no matter what your musical background, join me for this 6-lesson series called Intervals in Music. I think you're really going to love it. If you have questions, please reach out to me in the comments or at step-by-stepmusic.com, and I'll see you in the next lesson. I think you're going to love it.